Welcome back, bienvenue, and all that jazz. It's time to talk about the books that I'm hoping to get to in the month of April because it's already that time of year. And Katya is already screaming, so let's just grab her, shall we? Okay, so as I was saying, it's already that time to talk about what books I'm planning to read in the month of April, and I'm kind of toning things back. I'm towards the end of my PhD, and I have mostly finished the first draft of my thesis, so I'm more in like editing mode. And then it's time to start getting ready my defense slides and stuff like that. So I just haven't been reading as much. Like I've been tired, kind of burned out, like mentally exhausted from this process. And so like reading has really taken a hit. So I'm trying to like scale back the goals for how much I plan to get read in any individual month. So this month, I think I have 5 or 6, maybe, we'll see. So the first thing that I'd like to get to is Secret Project number 2 by Brandon Sanderson. I cannot recall the title. I just remember the title is very long, something about a wizard. I don't know. All I know is that Secret Project number 2 is the only non-Cosmere Brandon Sanderson secret project, and so I'm excited to see kind of what he can do if he's really just playing and not trying to keep things like contiguous with the Cosmere. So I'm really excited for that, and so I'll probably pick that up tonight, like when the book releases, and so we'll see how that goes. Then the next thing I'd like to get to is Deadhouse Gates by Erikson. This is book 2 in the Malazan Book of the Fallen. I read book 1, Gardens of the Moon, in March, and I liked but did not love. I think that there was, maybe it was overly intentionally vague. It felt kind of like being chucked into the deep end of a lake with a cinder block tied to your ankle and just you having to try to keep your head above water to have any idea about like how things were connected. And that is not my favorite way of having a story told to me, but I was intrigued enough by the world building and the lore and the magic and just the sheer epic scale of things that I want to check out book 2. I think I've heard that book 2 is mainly following a different cast of characters in a different part of the world. And so I may have that whole disorienting reading experience again, just like I had book 1, since I will have to be introduced to a full new cast of characters. I don't know, we'll see. But I am intrigued, and I know that a lot of people say that you have to give it through books 2 or 3 to decide if Malazan is for you or not. So I'm at least going to give book 2 a go and hope for the best. Then the next thing is Chris from A Fictional Escapist and I have been reading through the original Dragonlance Chronicles. I want to say the first trilogy. And we were supposed to read Dragons of Winter Night in March, and I haven't picked it up yet. So I need to read Dragons of Winter Night and Dragons of Spring Dawning if I'm going to be on track. Maybe I won't be. Who knows? I'm really just allowing myself to vibe. This is very classic adventure fantasy. Feels very D&D. You have your classic fantasy races, your classic good versus evil. There's lots of dragons, lots of magic, lots of just fun adventuring. And so it's been a lot of fun, but I have not continued on my reread of it yet, and I need to fix that. Then the next thing is also supposed to be a buddy read with Chris, and that is Dreams of the Dying by Nicolas Lietzau. This, I remember hearing a lot about it a few years ago when it first came out, but I know very little about it. I think it started as like a Skyrim mod for like the video game that like just was massively popular, and then the author ended up kind of taking it and expanding on that and making it its own like novel series. And I think that there is the next novel in the series coming out soon, which is why he wants to read Dreams of the Dying, a reread for him, first read for me. I just know it's very dark. That's all I know, is that it seems like it's gonna be real grim darky. There's gonna be some questions of, is it dreaming? Is it real? I don't know. I'm just gonna hope for the best. So if you've read Dreams of the Dying and have like better way of setting my expectations, please let me know in the comments, but we'll see how it goes. Then I would like to get to In the Lives of Puppets by TJ Klune. This is another standalone from him. And TJ Klune and I have kind of an, oh my gosh, is that Jujubee whining? Okay, one second. Okay, so this time we snagged the chunky Jujubee. Yeah, so TJ Klune and I have like a complicated history. I loved The House of the Cerulean Sea, and then Under the Whispering Door was okay. It wasn't my favorite. And so and so now Katya's jealous that I have Jujubee. Oh my gosh. Okay. And so I'm really hoping that In the Lives of Puppets will kind of bring the magic back for me with TJ Klune, but who knows? Like, I'm very hopeful, but we shall see. I think it's supposed to be like a dystopian retelling of like Pinocchio with maybe androids? I don't know. I haven't heard many people besides maybe Mara talk about it, and I think it was not her favorite either. So, hope that is not true for me. And then the only other thing I have on this list is I did not get to Guns of the Dawn? Guns of the Adrian Tchaikovsky book that was my mug pick for March. And so I would like to carry that over and hopefully get to it in April. And with that being said, let's say goodbye to the Fuzzy Beasts because I need to do this month's mug pick and see what it is. Okay, so let's see what the mug picks for us, because hopefully I can get to Guns of the Dawn and this in April and stop being behind, but we will see. Okay, I think I got one. Okay, so I got Empire of Exiles, oh my god, I'm covered in cat fur, by Erin M. Evans, and I think that this is supposed to be a fun, more D&D type book. I've read some works from this author before because she wrote books in the Forgotten Realms, and so I'm really excited to see what she does in kind of her own world and her own setting. I think there's something about like a mystery, some artifacts, I don't know, but I'm really excited, and that's one that I actually already own, so love that for me. But that will do it for the books that I'm hoping to get to in the month of April. Please let me know, have you read any of these books? Do you plan to read any of these books? What's your number one book that you're most excited to read in the month of April? And, if you want to just leave an emoji, I guess maybe just leave a dragon for Dragons of Spring Dawning to help motivate me to get through Winter's Night and Spring Dawning all in April because I need to catch up. But that will do it for today's video, so please like it if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already for more bookish shenanigans like this from moi. Other than that, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye!